All right, my name is Irene, group member of Group 14. We are required to choose an organization of our choice. And we have chosen ACF, which is Action Against Anger, as an organization, our choice. Action Against Anger originated from France, and it means in French word, it is International Contre la Femme, meaning ACF, and it is it's translated in English word mean Action Against Anger. Action Against Anger majorly they aim in improving nutrition in line with health and food security. Majorly in Uganda, ACF started operating in 1980. And in 2016, due to emergency from South Sudan conflict, where so many refugees are being displaced in Uganda, the GAM rate increased up to 3.6%, which was so alarming, and it is against the 1% as it's required. So ACF stepped in majorly to improve on the improve on the health and nutrition, then food and security, then life.
Let me take over from Irene. She had already concluded her part where she said ACF was already started to operate in Kiriandongo, Adjumani, Changwali, Nakivale, Bidibidi, and Rhino Camp. And I'm Namayaga Inid. I'll be taking us through the project, the organization goals and objectives. We are considering health and nutrition department, which is the backbone of CF's operations. And we all know that nutrition is a critical part of health and development. And better nutrition is related to improved infant, child, maternal health, and so many other things, including childbirth. It also contributes to a lower risk of non-communicable diseases, and which leads to longevity. As we know, healthy children learn better, and people with adequate nutrition are more productive and can create opportunities to gradually break cycles of poverty and hunger. Under health and nutrition, SCF is implementing targeted supplementary feeding programs, which are aimed at selected individuals who are at risk, and these include malnourished children, adolescents, adults, and elderly persons. This helps prevent the moderately malnourished from becoming severely malnourished. The decision to implement supplementary feeding program is usually based on the raised prevalence of acute malnutrition, and this was seen in 2016, where we had refugee influx. TSFPS is funded by World Food Program and is being implemented by SCF in Kiriandongo Refugee Settlement, Kiriandongo District, for 3 years, between June 2022 and December 2025. Its target is children below 59 months, pregnant, lactating, or breastfeeding mothers, and caregivers of children below 2 years. The project goal is basically to reinforce specific nutrition-related practices and behaviors to change habits that contribute to poor health by 80% in 2025. The objectives are to reduce severe acute malnutrition among children below 5 years, as well as pregnant and lactating mothers by 20% in 2025 in Kiriandongo Refugee Settlement. The second is to improve nutrition-related behaviors, practices, and communication in the community by 40% in 2025. The other one is reduction of the mortality rate among children below 5 years and pregnant lactating mothers by 20% in 2025 in Kiriandongo Refugee Settlement. I would like to invite Constance to take us through the next part, which is activities implemented. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Enid. I'll quickly run through the different activities and the resources that are required. We have different activities, including community assessments. This is to give us an understanding of the malnutrition levels in the communities. And some of the resources that we need to do that, we need stationery, refreshment, there should be technical staff, transport, and then also people to do this, the different stakeholders, including RWCs or the Refugee Welfare Committees, VHTs, as well as the cluster leaders. The other activity is the door-to-door community nutrition screening. This is to establish the people who are affected by malnutrition. And this is done by the VHTs and care group volunteers. And the resources that they use are mark tapes. They use mark tapes. Then because of COVID, they'll also need face masks, hand sanitizers. Then we also need waste dishes, hand gloves, and then also the VHT referral notes. The other activity is treatment and management of malnourished clients. This is, to do this, of course, this is also after the screening, then you have to manage the cases. And what we are going to need here is anthropometry measurement tools that include as above, that is the mark tape, the height board, the Z-score charts, and all those others to do the activities. And then we're also going to do nutrition education, as well as guiding and counseling. And this is mainly creating awareness on nutrition to the mothers and caregivers. And we are going to need stationery, counseling cards, refreshments, as well as sanitizers to cater for COVID-19. The other activity is the IFCF activities. And for this, we are going to, because it has to do with breastfeeding and also feeding of the child, where we have breastfeeding corners or child feeding corners. We are going to need breastfeeding chairs, breastfeeding pillows, mats, baby playing toys, beds, mattresses, bed sheets, counseling cards, towel, feeding cups, plates, safe water buckets, as well as tables and chairs to make feeding of babies comfortable. The other activity is food and cooking demos. This is to make mothers know how to prepare nutritious foods for their children at different ages. And to do this, we shall need saucepans, plates, spoons, cups, forks, as well as some food items to make the activity happen. Then under the other activities, community nutrition mass screening and evaluation. The VHTs and enumerators, and as well as partners, come together to carry out data collection to assess the nutrition levels. And in this case, we're going to still need mark tapes. We shall need a table because they'll be stationed in a certain place. We need waste bins, height boards, weighing scale, all those other measuring items, as well as COVID-19 preventive materials. So basically with the activities and the requirements, that's it. Maybe for the additional requirements, we need visibility items, computers, projectors, office printer, as well as human resource. Thank you. I will invite Hilary to take us through the procurement plan for the department. Over to you, Hilary.
Thank you very much, Konsi. I'm going to take you through the procurement plan for nutrition from our department. The procurement budget has a sum of 1,839,250,000. Among the items to be procured include office stationery. We shall also need nutrition expert or consultant. We shall need computers. We shall need printers, projectors, refreshment, and vehicles. These items have estimated costs that are attached to them as displayed on the table, and the time frame for expediting these procurement activities are also well displayed in the time frame table. With the total expenditure, as stated earlier, is 1,839,250,005. Uganda shillings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hilary. Maybe just to add on that, we also, the items also have descriptions that will help the procurement department understand what exactly we need, and all of them are in the table. That is the presentation for group 14. Thank you very much for listening.